afternoon, RIT Tigers. I am Dr. Jeremy Haefner, RIT's Provost and Senior Vice President for Academic Affairs, and I am happy and honored to welcome everyone to this convocation for new students and families, but especially to you, new students, our special guests of honor. We are delighted that you have chosen RIT for your journey into higher education. We have chosen to welcome you with this formal ceremony, which features several components of a vibrant academic community: academic regalia, the mace and formal procession, college banners, and a faculty speaker, because it signifies the importance of higher education and the commitment we make together to further your academic career. Please join me and stand for the national anthem led by 8-Beat Measure, one of our many student music groups, and deaf sign performers Maya Ariel, Timothy Holmes, and Nicholas Shaw.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Please be seated. Thanks again to the members of 8-Beat Measure, Maya, Timothy, and Nicholas. I also want to acknowledge our bagpipers and drummers, Lex Sleeman, who doubles here at RIT as Associate Director for NCAA Compliance and Eligibility and a Wellness Instructor, and his colleagues, members of the Gates Keystone Club, Police, Pipes, and Drums. Let's give them all a hearty round of applause. I am sure you all noticed the boisterous group of people greeting students as they entered the field house. They are faculty and staff, many of whom are RIT alums, who gathered to welcome you all as the newest members of the RIT family and to express how much they look forward to working with you. We have come to view this as a tradition, as a bit of competition to which the group expresses the most spirit. We recognize that group with tokens to Javawalis, and this year's spirit winners are the faculty and staff from the College of Liberal Arts. Now, I'll have to say, of course, they brought their marching band with them, so we're going to have to change the rules of the contest for next year on that one. But to all the participants of the Tiger Walk, thank you for that exuberant welcome. RIT is the proud home of the National Technical Institute for the Deaf, known on campus as NTID, one of only 2 institutions of higher education in the United States funded by the federal government for the education of deaf and hard of hearing students. NTID, one of our 9 colleges, supports 8.8% of our student body, including several hundred who attend classes throughout RIT. We appreciate the fact that this ceremony will be enriched both through real-time captioning and by the presence and expertise of our professional sign language interpreters. Please join me in thanking the interpreters and the real-time captionists for their dedication to their very important work. And now I would like to acknowledge special guests and members of the platform party who join with us to celebrate your arrival. Members of the RIT Board of Trustees provide their vision, guidance, and expertise in leading RIT. Please join me in thanking them for their efforts and being with us today. Next, I will ask Paul Tiemann, who led this afternoon's procession carrying the mace, and Dr. Hector Flores to please stand. Professor Tiemann is the chair of the Computer Science Department in the B. Thomas Golisano College of Computing and Information Sciences and chair of the Academic Senate, representing RIT faculty. And Dr. Flores is our new Dean of Graduate Studies. Gentlemen, thank you for being here with us today. Many parents and other family members met our outstanding deans in college meetings earlier today. I am very proud to take this opportunity to introduce them to you again, and for the first time, to our new students. Deans, please stand when I call your name and remain standing until all have been introduced. And members of the audience, please hold your applause until that time. Dr. H. Fred Walker, Dean, College of Applied Science and Technology, known as CAST. Dr. Ashok Rao, Dean, E. Philip Saunders College of Business. Dr. Andrew Sears, Dean of the B. Thomas Golisano College of Computing and Information Sciences, known as GCCIS. Dr. Harvey Palmer, Dean at the Kate Gleason College of Engineering. Dr. Richard Doolittle, Acting Dean of the new College of Health Science and Technology. Dr. Lorraine Justice, Dean of the College of Imaging Arts and Sciences. Dr. James Weinbrake, Dean of the College of Liberal Arts. Dr. James Myers is the Director of the Center for Multidisciplinary Studies. He is unfortunately unable to be here today, so representing him and the center is Associate Professor Mary Boyd. Dr. Gerald Buckley, President of the National Technical Institute for the Deaf and Vice President and Dean at RIT. And finally, Dr. Sofia Magalakis, Dean of the College of Science. Let's give him a hearty round of applause. Thank you. We continue our tradition of the formal signing by the incoming class of the matricula, essentially a book of names of students. Students, you'll be able to sign these matricula books throughout the orientation. They will then be displayed in the Wallace Center and available in 4 or 5 years from now when you graduate to review at your graduation. I encourage all the students to become a part of RIT history. As we continue our journey together, you will come to understand that we take our role and responsibility for the academic, intellectual, and personal and physical development of you, the class of 2015 and 2016, very seriously. In other words, what we like to say is, you are in very good hands. Actually, you've already been in good hands through the auspices of our Crackerjack Enrollment Management and Career Services Group. Dr. James Miller, Senior Vice President of EMCS, is here on stage. Jim, will you please stand? I would like to acknowledge Jim and his staff who worked tirelessly to bring all of you here, 2,750 of you from every state in the nation and more than 100 countries worldwide. Through their efforts, you begin your journey with students who, like you, are bright, ambitious, and eager to learn. Each of you with a wealth of experiences and talents to enrich our community. Jim, the entire university appreciates the efforts that you and your staff put forth in bringing this exceptional class to RIT. And it is with great pleasure and anticipation that we formally welcome and accept the incoming class of 2011. So you started out in the good hands of Enrollment Management and Career Services, and now you will continue to be in good hands with the staff from the Division of Student Affairs. Please join me in welcoming to the podium Dr. Maribeth Cooper, Senior Vice President for Student Affairs. Maribeth.
Good afternoon and welcome to RIT. My name is Maribeth Cooper and I'm the Senior Vice President for Student Affairs. However, I represent over 200 staff that is here to help you navigate your experience at RIT. But before I begin my formal comments, I would like to take the opportunity to thank all of the student leaders who made today possible. Without these upper-class students, today would not have gone as smoothly as it did. They are, and if I can have the lights up a little bit so that they can stand and be recognized, our orientation leaders, our lead OAs, resident advisors, and our pals from International Affairs. Let's give them a round of applause. Those student leaders are why I keep coming to work every day. They are the finest in the nation. I would also like to recognize the orientation staff, Shauna Lusk, Amanda Metzger, and Mary Hireman, for their tremendous efforts in creating and implementing our orientation program. I know you will agree, and many of you, especially many of the parents, have stopped to tell me how well the orientation has gone. They've done an outstanding job. Student Affairs is simply life outside the classroom. This includes departments such as Residence Life, Athletics, Student Learning, Health Center, the Counseling Center, just to name a few. All here to support you and enhance your experience at RIT. Life outside the classroom is extremely important to your overall learning. However, another aspect of your experience at RIT is campus life. Rather than tell you about it this year, we've put together a little video to show you. Please enjoy the following video looking back to events that happened on campus just last year.
son.
Freeze Fest is awesome. I love skiing.
Okay, so the one phrase I don't want to hear this year is there's nothing to do on campus, okay? Lots of fun to be had out there, and it gives me great pleasure to introduce one of the key individuals who helps us make a robust campus life. A dear friend, an inspirational leader. Let me introduce to you your student government president, Mr. Greg Pollock.
Have you ever awakened in the middle of a night after a strange dream? And in that very second, if you don't stop to write it down, it'll be gone. But honestly, what do most of us do? We go right back to sleep. And then as soon as we go back to sleep, the dream begins to fade away. And by the time we wake up again, it's completely gone. And all that remains is a fragment, an eyelash of what once was. So I tell you today, my friends, that if you don't embrace this moment, capture the thrill of freedom, the goosebumps, and the bittersweet roller coaster that this moment brings, it will be gone. So I encourage you to seize it. You sitting right there, I was sitting right there 4 years ago, so I know exactly how you feel. And I know exactly what you're thinking. You're thinking, gosh, that is an orange jacket, isn't it? Yep, I know. Makes quite a statement, doesn't it? Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Greg Pollock, and I am a fifth-year student here in RIT. And I want to share a few stories with you in hopes that you will share yours with me. Even this jacket started as a dream. A former student government president had hoped for a symbol of campus spirit, and he wanted to create a tradition. But before he could create this tradition, he had to dream it. And now, for 6 years, every president, including the president of RIT, has owned one. This jacket tells my story, just as it has for all of the presidents before me. And for me, it's a symbol of a first year's dream. It was my dream to live life to the fullest. But at that time, I really didn't know what my dream was. And I really wasn't sure what to expect because my mind was buried in a sense of uncertainty. And the most prominent question was, am I ready? I want to tell you something else. I'm actually only 4 years older than you. And this guy right here, this handsome guy, he's only 4 years older than you as well. You see, we are both from the class of 2007. Dr. Destler joined the RIT team when I was only a first year, so I know that we don't look it, and honestly, I'm a little bit more mature, I must admit, but we're actually the same age academically. So this is a beginning for all of us, and I have goosebumps just like you do. Just look around you, my friends. The world's eyes are on you. You are the stars of the day, and it's very exciting for me to be able to stand here before you as a fellow student. At RIT, you can make dreams happen. Last year, a few students wanted to take on a world record. So they set their sights on the world's largest dodgeball game. And the only thing that stood in their way was a record held by the University of Alberta. And that was 2,012 players. So they launched a campaign to rally the students. And frequently, we were taunted and ridiculed by the other schools in the region. But that did not slow us down one bit. We forged ahead. So the day came, it was in May, and it was in this very room. 600 blue dodgeballs were laid neatly in a line along the center. And above us, displayed boldly on a digital screen, was a single number, the attendance. We needed 2,013 to beat their record. So initially, the people trickled in, and it was painstakingly slow, 23, 24, 25, and then all of a sudden, the people flooded in this arena, and we finally laid at rest at 2,136. And all you could see were massive armies of orange and brown, and it was absolutely beautiful. And then the time came. 600 blue dodgeballs eclipsed these fluorescent lights, and the world record was broken. A year before that, on April 6, 2010, there was a hockey team who completely changed the course of history here at RIT. They made it to the NCAA Division I Frozen Four on their first try. A year later, an undefeated RIT's women's Division III hockey team surpassed the men's hockey team and rose to compete for the national championships. And in that same year, our men's lacrosse team played to their first nearly undefeated season since 1997. So all these were dreams. Dreams that had been fulfilled. But the question is, what do all of these dreams have in common? Well, the commonality is that they're all forgotten. Forgotten, though, because they are now a reality. If people dream big enough and dwell enough, the dreams will be forgotten, and they'll be replaced with bigger realities. See, we often don't think about realities. For example, we don't look at a brick and say, oh, I'm going to make this brick one day. No, because it's already made, and it was already someone else's dream, and now it's a reality. Question, do you remember the day that you graduated from high school? Do you remember how you felt that day? That was a dream. And that moment that you stood or walked across the stage, it became a reality. But now that's all history, because you're here now, and you're feeling this moment. And this is real. By this time tomorrow, you will have been a college student for an entire day, and you will have new dreams and new realities to pursue. Your dreams may be personal, or they may be shared, but all dreams need support. Dreamers need support, and these supporters are called fans. There will be days when you find it especially hard to dream, and you'll feel like you're dragging through. But the most important thing to remember is that if you ever are looking for a boost, all you need to do is turn to your fans. So where are your fans? Well, sometimes they are right beside you, but usually they're nowhere in sight. But the important thing is that whenever you need them, they're always there. Even right now, just look behind you. Honestly, I wish that they were my fans. But alas, they are yours. You are their heroes. Fans are like stars. You don't always see them, and you don't always remember them, but you know that they're there. Some of your dreams will become a reality here, and some of them will take a tad bit longer. So I encourage you to be patient and be positive. And remember that you are a part of RIT's dream team now. You are their heroes. Dream on. Thank you.
Thank you, Greg. You are a wonderful, unstoppable, unflappable ambassador for our students, and I look forward to working with you again this year. Greg just talked about dreaming big as you begin your life at RIT. At the heart of those dreams, though, is the formal education you will receive. And RIT is blessed with an outstanding faculty dedicated and committed to making sure that the education you receive is rigorous, on the cutting edge, personal, relevant, and second to no other university experience. Also dedicated in making sure that you are in good hands, the faculty care deeply about you and your intellectual growth. They will challenge you academically to make sure that that growth occurs. Your obligation is to accept this challenge, to be engaged, and in fact, to challenge them as well. But do so respectfully and thoughtfully, because that is how they will treat you. What can you expect from your educational journey? Here to help answer this question is Dr. Sandra J. Connolly, Assistant Professor of Biology in the School of Biological and Medical Sciences in the College of Science. Last spring, she was awarded the Richard and Virginia Eisenhart Provost Award for Excellence in Teaching. Please join me in giving a warm welcome to Dr. Sandra Connolly. Sandra?
Hi. Hi. Welcome to one of your most important life journeys, okay? From this point, graduation is your RIT finale, but your focus needs to be on your journey. We spend little time celebrating journeys. Everybody goes to your graduation party. Few are interested in your, I submitted my 25-page analysis of Shakespeare party. No. Or I improved my organic chem grade 20% party. No. This is unfortunate. I challenge you, make the most out of every step in your journey at RIT. You need a plan, okay? First, why RIT? Each of you has a different reason for being here today, but if you talk to the other students, your path is likely similar. You survived your first day of kindergarten, okay? You probably don't remember, but your parents do, and I am sure it was quite the finale, okay? You survived what not to wear, what sports you should play, who you should be friends with, plus gym class, SATs, endless exams and homework, and way too many what are you gonna do with your life conversations. And suddenly, you're a high school graduate. Now, if I asked each of you individually why RIT, there would be themes. You know, an RIT graduate, RIT has a great program for fill in the blank, or maybe you just really like orange and brown, okay? The themes are similar. They would be at any college, but specifically, why RIT? What is your reason? You have to know what this is. It's unique. It will be your strength for yet another late night of studying, the reason you skipped the ski trip to write a paper, and it will be why you confront the challenges of your journey differently than anyone else. Now, while your reason for IT is unique, your basic needs for this journey are not. Every student at RIT, freshman or not, shares the following needs. We're gonna call them rules, okay? I know, life's full of them. Number one, you need a pencil, okay? In this age of technology, it is something most students forget. Write it down, okay? You're going in 50+ directions, and it has been demonstrated repeatedly that if you write something down, it commits it to your memory. Typing it does not. Okay. And please, on the day of an exam, don't say, Dr. Connolly, can I have a pencil? No. Number two, you need a support network. Greg just talked to you a little bit about this, okay? For many of you, this is going to be friendships that start today, which may or may not include your roommate, okay? But it also might be frequent calls home, and that's okay. But remember, the only people who know what you're going through are sitting beside you right now, in class, walking beside you on the quarter mile. Don't forget, the guy or gal at the end of the row is just as bummed as you are on exam day, and they probably don't have a pencil either. Okay. Number three, don't forget why you are here at RIT today, okay? Often think back to this. We'll see why. Number four, always be true to yourself. We'll come back to this. In our plan, we also have to take into consideration our similarities and differences. You'll all have common struggles and similar needs, but remember that every person around you is having a different day. You can't grasp a concept in class, or the food just isn't grandma's, or you washed a new red t-shirt with your white sheets. or you've received bad news from home, or if that fire alarm goes off one more time because that kid down the hall burns the popcorn in the microwave at 3 a.m., you are gonna... Deep breath. We all have personal and professional experiences, okay, that we're bringing to every situation. Recognize it. It has to be part of your journey to work with differences and make the most out of them. Don't be afraid to ask somebody else, hey, how would you deal with my situation? You just might be surprised. We also have to account for unforeseen issues. You will fail at something at RIT. Not maybe, you will. But you'll be okay. Everything will work. You'll forget an assignment, you'll fail an exam, you'll break up with your significant other. Something will happen. Even these people up here will fail at something this year. Don't tell them yet. They're not ready. Okay. So ask for help. Accept it. We're all gonna do it, okay? In class, we'll help you find a tutor. In your relationships, we'll find you somebody to talk to. In getting mom to understand that you love her to pieces, but you aren't coming home every weekend, you're on your own there. I got my own to deal with. So just don't give up on yourself. Without our support networks, none of us could make it through the day, okay? Now, don't plan to fail. We just have to plan to deal with it when it occurs. Face it head on, accept it as your failure, and the next time, choose a different path. Sometimes we forget that others are struggling. I often hear faculty say, even myself, why don't the students know this or do that? So I asked them, I said, hey, what should the students be doing differently this year? I was surprised. Many of the students I asked said they wished they had made more personal connections in their first year. They were so focused on surviving from day to day that they forgot their peers are a great source of support. Rule number 2, support network. Okay. Most of them reflected very strongly that from now on, nothing about college gets easier. You will become more involved in RIT each and every day and become completely overwhelmed countless times on your journey. Just remember, this is not high school. It is your new journey. Your actions belong to you. Good or bad, you've got to accept them. You are now responsible, scary as this is, parents, for your own life 24/7. Yeah, okay. One faculty member said, students often blame everyone but themselves for missed assignments, oversleeping, not doing well, blah, blah, blah. If they just came up to me and said, hey, I screwed up, we could do something to help them. Don't let things just happen. Own up to them and we can help you every step of the way. Rules 2 and 4 for those of you keeping track. So I keep mentioning rule number 4, be true to yourself. What am I talking about? Let's take an example that I often see in my class of 320 general bio students. You didn't finish your assignment. You go to class, you find the smart kid in the front or back row, and you copy it. You can be suspended for this. That is not a good stop on this journey. No, 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 no. Okay, so what do? You come up to your professor and you say, hey, I'm a dork. I didn't do my assignment because I forgot it, my dog ate it, whatever. You know, try to be truthful on this one. Okay, but often the instructor is gonna say, get it to me later. Don't worry about this one, I dropped one anyway. But they might also say, hey, sorry, it's a 0. But trust me, this is far better than them catching you cheating. Okay? Even in my class of 320, whatever I lost count, the honest students that come to me and say, hey, I screwed up. In the end, I'm gonna go, hey, I know this student. They screwed up on that homework assignment because of X, and they told me about it. They're close to an A. I'm gonna give it to them. They were honest with me. Okay? Okay. So take responsibility for your actions. I promise in the end you will be more successful, even at that moment, if it doesn't feel like it, okay? RIT expects a ton of you, but most of it's fundamental. First, attend and participate. Okay. Seems obvious, but the number of students who skip class, meetings, work, meals, maybe it isn't so obvious. Coming to class and surfing the internet or doing an assignment for another class is not participating. And contrary to popular belief, it is not multitasking. No. Okay? If you're attending and participating actively in everything you do, you will be more successful. I guarantee it. Don't let someone else take credit for your journey because you were too lazy to get up and take a shower and go to class. Yeah. So what can you expect from RIT? We expect a lot of you. You know that. So first and foremost, you should know what we expect of you. And if you don't, ask. Get out your pencil and write it down. Okay. Trust me, you'll be glad you did when at 2 a.m. you see you wrote your little note. Skip chapter 4 for the exam. Awesome. Okay. Secondly, you can expect help, but you must help yourself. Ask a professor for help with an assignment or hard concept, but you should also be able to show what you have done thus far that hasn't worked. Show us effort and we will give you the world, or at least the guidance to get there. You are in good hands and you will be hard-pressed to find a closed door at RIT when you truly need an open one. And if the doors you are trying are all closed, try mine. I'm in Gosnell on the first floor. Seriously, stop by. We'll figure out what you need and we'll find a way to help you. Lastly, cherish this journey. It will be full of highs and lows, but in 10 years, when you look back at RIT, the high points will outweigh the stumbling blocks in the 8 a.m. classes, I promise you. Take to heart the rules that we've talked about and you will not be disappointed. Families and friends, where are you? There you are. There you are. I haven't forgotten you. You are the foundation for our student support network. You are what got them here today. What can you expect of RIT on this journey? Lots of high points. Brick City Weekend, Imagine RIT, happy phone calls home. Short as they might be, you too will bleed orange and brown by the end of this journey. But there will also be some low points. Awkward pictures on Facebook. Late night phone calls home, or worse, no phone calls home. Arguments. These will be very trying times. Just look back on their teenage years. You'll soon look back on this the same way, in some forgiving light. But the student you are leaving at RIT today is not the adult you will stand proudly beside at graduation. Oh yeah, they're still yours. We don't totally take ownership. But RIT will be giving them the tools for the steps of their journey that will make them so much more. For better or worse, much of that journey is in their hands. You've given them the tools to get them to succeed thus far. RIT is going to help them build a whole new set of tools for their future. Working together, faculty, staff, families, friends, and all of you. This is going to be one amazing journey of which everybody can be proud. These students before me today will take on challenges that none of us can even dream. They will become the heart of the societies that we cherish near and far, leaving their mark on the world and having their journeys, not just their finales, celebrated. Students, we're all going to gather right back here in about 1,365 days, in case you're counting, at your finale. And I hope that your support network is front and center, that your fond memories of RIT resonate with you, and that you are truly proud, personally and professionally, of the choices that you have made throughout your entire journey here at RIT. Take note, that will be the one time you don't need a pencil, except for autographs, of course. Welcome to RIT.
Dr. Connolly, on behalf of all the faculty here, thank you very much. You have given us lots to think about as we all start this new journey together. Over the past couple of years, we have developed a series of short videos focused on the amazing relationships that develop between faculty and students. I am pleased and proud to share with you today's latest in the series. Please watch your screens.
Hi, my name is Maya and I'm from Croatia. I love meeting all types of people and making new friends. My friends mean a lot to me, and it's important to me to keep my relationships strong. I would definitely say that I'm a people person. Since I love helping and interacting with people, I became an International Hospitality and Service Management major at ACMT. In Hospitality and Service Management, we cover creative new ways to help manage and market small businesses, restaurants, hotels, big companies, and international corporations. ACMT is an international university that is part of RIT, a university in America. It's really cool that I'll be graduating with both American and Croatian diplomas, which makes me more valuable for any job market. The professors here have a close relationship with their students. They definitely push you to be more self-confident and think creatively. Kevin Walker was my professor for small business marketing and development. He was such a fun and inspiring professor, and was always willing to help us, day or night. In his class, we developed a new business and created a marketing plan for it. My team's idea was to open a chocolate sweets shop in Old City, Dubrovnik that would offer so much more than just chocolate. We researched all the logistics, from who our customers would be to promoting our shop. We took all these pieces and fit them together, making it a success. My teammates and I really worked well together, but if we needed any help, we could go to anyone in our community, especially the professors. One of my professors, Besim Agushai, really helped me with my senior project about banks financing small businesses. He connected me with bankers and small business owners from both Croatia and America to help me with my research. Through this project, I discovered that both Croatian and American banks and businesses have so much to learn from each other. I am confident that I can apply this knowledge and my international education to help businesses globally.
As you map out your journey over the next 4 years, I do hope that you will take time to do a study abroad experience. We have many campuses in the RIT family. Please visit those or devise your own study abroad through our Office of Study Abroad support services. And I want to thank Joe Bellavia and our staff in the Educational Technology Center for creating these videos. And now it gives me the greatest pleasure to introduce RIT's president, Dr. William W. Destler. He will be followed by our student orientation coordinators, Chelsea Bruja, Joe Kaplan, Matthew Figalotti, and Peter Simon, who will let you know what comes next on today's agenda. Dr. Destler.
Once again, welcome to RIT. It is with such great pleasure that I welcome all of our new students and even our returning students to RIT. It's also my pleasure to welcome all of the parents and friends of our students who are here to wish them luck on their educational journey. Only 4 years ago, I was a first-year Tiger myself, and I was as excited to begin the academic year as any freshman might be. And like all of you, I was looking forward to immersing myself in this extraordinary campus and learning all about what RIT has to offer. What I found in my first 4 years here is that RIT is truly a category of one university. Where else can you find students on the same campus studying medical photography and engineering? Where else can you find students who are studying business and furniture design working side by side? Where else can you find deaf students and hearing students working together on team projects? It is this unusual combination of right-brainers and left-brainers working together that makes RIT a special place. And it is the presence on our campus of the National Technical Institute for the Deaf that makes RIT absolutely unique. This kind of intellectual and cultural diversity is available only at RIT. And it provides an extraordinary outside-the-classroom educational opportunity to all of you. How much you benefit from it, of course, will be up to you. I encourage all of you to first find your footing in your academic studies and then branch out into the various opportunities for campus engagement that are available to you. It is this opportunity to grow intellectually in areas inside and outside of your major that makes an RIT experience so special. Now, we in academia have an opportunity to serve as examples of how to engage in civil discourse in what I'm afraid is an increasingly polarized nation. Many of us are dismayed at the extent to which intelligent discussions on complex issues can seemingly no longer be held without the kind of hysterical acrimony that only serves to harden positions and make compromise impossible. Let us all remember that colleges and universities of all organizations must remain forums for open and respected discussion of controversial issues. We are all part of a learning community, and much of our learning comes from each other. Respect for the opinions of others, even when we strongly disagree with them, must be the cornerstone of our campus community. One cautionary note, however, and here I echo Sandy's comments. The United States is a wonderful country, and one of the best things about this nation is the extent to which, if you fail, you can always start over. But regaining your reputation for honesty and integrity, however, is not so easy. So avoid the temptation to cheat or plagiarize others' work as you pursue your studies. This is the place where you begin to build your reputation for honesty and personal integrity that you will carry for the rest of your lives. The faculty and staff at RIT are here to support you on this journey, and I encourage you to take advantage of all that they have to offer you. And also, please feel free to contact me should you feel that there are ways that we may serve you better. I will look forward to watching your progress and proudly celebrating your achievements. Go Tigers.
Hello, I'm Chelsea Bruja, and I'm from Denver, Colorado. Parents and families, thank you for being here to support your student. We will once in their shoes and use our experience to plan what we hope is an awesome welcome. We hope that you found the day to be helpful and informative. Each of you should have received our family handbook and calendar when you checked in. Be sure to use it as a resource throughout this upcoming year.
Hello, my name is Joseph Kaplan, and I'm from Buffalo, New York. Our student program, which began this morning and continues through Sunday, is filled with presentations and events to assist students in their academic and social transition into the RIT community. The programs include Academic Advising and Academic Day, College Life 101, Living and Learning Together, We Are RIT, Spirits, the Tiger Den kickoff that highlights RIT athletics, a picnic and carnival for all new students, a welcoming ceremony for RIT women lighting the way, and a club and organization fair, as well as shuttles to local shopping areas. Orientation activities also include free entertainment each night and will conclude with a bang on Sunday with our annual fireworks display. All of these activities will enable your student to meet and connect with other new and returning students and prepare them to start things off on Monday.
Hello, I am Matt Figliotti, and I'm from Rochester, New York. Throughout orientation, students will be in small groups and led by an orientation assistant, who they met this morning and spent the day with. Selected through a highly competitive process, the orientation assistants are well-trained, upper-class students whose primary responsibilities are to assist new students in their adjustment to RIT.
Hello, I'm Peter Simon, and I'm from Gilbertsville, New York. When you return home, please take a few minutes to complete our online family program evaluation. Your feedback is important to future orientation programs. Again, welcome. We're glad you're here. To conclude the convocation for new students and families, please stand for the RIT alma mater as printed on the inside cover of your program and led by proof of purchase, RIT's first co-ed a cappella group, and as well as deaf sign performers Maya Ariel, Timothy Holmes, and Nicholas Shaw. After the alma mater, the platform party will recess down the center aisles. Please remain seated until they have reached the back of the facility. Thank you again for joining us here today.
Together stand, creating good with mind and hand, inspired to learn till life is done, as teachers, learners, all are one. With pride in our diversity, our spirit